Hello, welcome, my name's Sherry. Thank you so much for coming to spend some time with me. So, I live in the southwest of the UK and this is really a little vlog and podcast about the way I like to live. Really lovely this week because we've been able to get out, or last week, because we've been able to get out for the first time in the UK. We could actually drive somewhere to walk. So that was lovely, and we had a lovely walk, and then just to sit, really. We just sat by the estuary for an hour and just watched life go by. It was lovely, really nice, and it was quite, when I say busy, we don't normally see a soul, but there were quite a few people out, so that was lovely. It's lovely to see people out and about and enjoying the spring. We're not even in summer yet. It's been like, in the UK it's so hot, and we've been spending most of our time dyeing yarn and packaging yarn. It's been so hot. So as I often say to you, I haven't done a vast amount, but what I have said, don't let's count the ums and so's this time. So I've done a little bit of applique, which I actually showed on Instagram. So it was the same as this pattern, which I showed you last week, which I would like to offer as a little pattern with perhaps a little tutorial sort of thing alongside it. So I've been doing some applique, just picking out a couple of the things. So applique is just literally stitching fabric onto fabric. So I've just picked out the stand and the little birdhouse, and I haven't finished it yet. I just haven't got around to doing it, but it's lovely. It's really soothing to just sit, and because it's quite complicated. It's not complicated, it's simple, but it's quite small little birdhouse and piece of fabric to cut out, etc. But I loved doing that, so I might do some more of that. So I think I'm going to finish by embroidering the little bird and finishing off down here. Yeah. So there's that. And the other thing that I've been doing, I would say, let me put it onto sock blockers, but that's it. Now this is, I haven't brought it with me, I'll try and put a picture in. These are my lovely friend Kay's Village Fate socks, which she throughout May was making a donation to Flower Power, to Marie Curie. It was supporting the Flower Power Fund. And the wild strawberries, this is it's caked up. I was actually going to wind a big ball rather than a cake, because cakes are driving me crazy actually, because I've taken this one from the outside and then it starts going all weird, and if you take it from the inside it just it's been, well, it hasn't been tangling, but it just gets a bit messy, and I was too impatient to wind it up into a ball, so didn't need to know that. But magic loop for the first time. All I've ever done before has been DPNs. That's how I learnt to do socks. And I've quite a few people saying actually they'd like to learn how to knit socks. And as I said before, Winwick Mum, I'll put the link below. She does a brilliant tutorial. It's all she goes through. Actually, she does go through magic loop, I think. Anyway, she definitely does DPNs. And pictures for every single step of the way. So if you haven't done socks and you'd like to, I would recommend that. But anyway, I learnt to knit socks using DPNs. And this, I was telling Kay actually, this is about the 4th attempt. Because when you first do it, you have to split your stitches, and I was getting in a right fix. Anyway, I'm quite happy with it now because I haven't got the big sort of ladder there. So yeah, quite pleased with myself. Actually, really, no, it's early to say. Let's see whether I stick with that, but I am quite enjoying it. So these are, I think, 2.25 Knit Pro Zings. This wire seems a bit stiff actually, but we'll see how I get on with it. But anyway, that's it. That's as far as I've got. I've cast on the first time and couldn't join it properly, got the right fix. Actually, Kay's pattern I think is a 1x1 rib. Oh, I got in such a faff with doing that, though I've stuck by 2x2. We'll see. But anyway, so the wild strawberries yarn, thank you so much for your support for the Flower Power Fund. So I think the last skein has sold out now. We've had 3 lots of listings up, and we have raised over £1,500 for Marie Curie. So we'll be sending a cheque to Marie Curie on Monday for £1,500, which I cannot believe. So that makes a real, you know, every little helps. But when we got involved in this, we never dreamt of that. So thank you. Yeah, that's just been amazing. And Kay's pattern is still going to be available after the end of May. The yarn will no longer be available in the shop, but go and have a look, because Flower Power Fund will be having another fantastic yarn dyer who will be releasing their yarn on Monday, I think, 1st of June. So thank you. And so many people are posting pictures of things they've done, and here I am, just started, but watch this space. That and my granny stripe blanket. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to say is that on my vlog last week, getting hot, I showed you some fabric that a lady called Barbara sent me. She sent me some more. And, oh, in fact, look, that's what she sent me. Which, I mean, just the fabric it's wrapped in. I've unwrapped it and put it back together all again. I'll just show you a couple of things that are in this one. But what I thought it would be really nice to do would be to share some of this. And some of you have messaged asking me where I would get lovely fabric for embroidery and cross stitch from. Sorry, I apologise if there's a noise. So, oh, and this that she sent me. Oh my goodness. She sent me this, which was oh, what's it called? Bonheur. Oh, I haven't got my glasses on. Bonheur de Dame. It's a DMC pattern. All of these. That's me for the rest of my life sorted, quite honestly. I can't believe her generosity. She's amazing, and she sent me lots of little fabrics, fat quarters, and more. Sorry about the rustle. So I would like to share that with you. So if you are somebody who would like to try embroidery or cross stitch, or you already do it and you would like some, a lovely little selection of fabrics for you to use. These are just random ones I picked up. I'll try and put you together. These are all different. This is a 32 count Belfast linen. If I can part with that one. And fabric for cross stitch. It's amazing. So I will try and put together, let's say a couple of parcels with some fabric, perhaps some threads, and if you would like it, a skein of our yarn. You can choose sort of the rough sort of colours that you would like from something existing in the shop, or a colourway that we've done. So, question: if you'd like to enter, leave a comment below. And the question is, what do you like to sit and watch or listen to when you are stitching or knitting or crocheting or painting or whatever it is that you love to do? What do you love to listen to? I listen to a lot on Radio 4 drama, and I have to listen. I am not one of these people that can knit and watch something at the same time. I remember, I've said this before, I remember my lovely friends Deborah and Emily from Meanwhile at the Castle podcast, and they knit in the cinema. They knit in the cinema. That blows my mind. So I can knit while I'm talking, I can knit while I'm listening. I cannot watch something and knit. It's impossible. So anyway, sorry, I'm knitting while I'm talking. So yes, what do you like to watch or listen to? I have started watching Little Fires Everywhere, which I did say I was going to read the book first. Started watching a tiny bit of it. It's on, Little Fires Everywhere is on Amazon Prime, and it's Reese Witherspoon, and what is the name of the other lady in it? Oh, she's lovely. Can't think of her name. It's really good. I started watching it and that was it. Fatal, really. I couldn't stop. So I haven't bought the book. I've started watching it, really enjoying that. Oh, I'm doing series 2 of Indian Summers. I'm going to watch Friends again from the beginning. Yeah. So what do you like to watch or listen to? Yeah, leave a comment, and in the next podcast, which will hopefully be in about a week's time, open to anywhere, doesn't matter where you live, it's fine. And I will put you together a couple of little parcels and send them out to you to share Barbara's generosity. And I know she's going to try and get a Instagram account, she was saying, but she's now able to leave a comment on YouTube, so well done, Barbara. So anyway, thank you so much, and there's a little vlog afterwards, so thank you so much. Oh, one more thing I forgot to say. Watch till the end of the vlog, and there's a little something extra we put in, but we're trying this week, see what you think of it. Thank you for spending time with me. One more thing I forgot to say. Last week I mentioned lovely Erin, who had been using the fabric from the bags that we send the yarn clubs out in, the sock clubs or the little celebration boxes that we do, and she'd made a bag. And she came back to me and said, yes, I can use. So I'm just going to put a photo in here of what she's done, the little bag that she made, which is just lovely. It's just so lovely to see people making things from the fabric, really, that it comes packaged in. And just one last thing, the Life of Birds Sock Club was listed yesterday. Had lots of people this morning saying you haven't listed it. It did actually sell out, but next month's will be going up in the, I think it's the 26th, Friday the 26th of June, and there will also be 3-month subscriptions on that for people that have been asking. So thank you so much for your support, and have a lovely week. Sorry if you can hear Monty barking. Someone's been at the door, so he's barking away. I have bought a couple of magazines. I don't normally do this actually, because I think magazines are so expensive, but this strikes me as a bargain. $6.99 for, I love Monty Don, if you don't know that about me. Oh, I've covered him up. Oh, look at those eyes. Yeah, for the Gardener's World magazine, gardening gloves and a load of seeds. And apparently they're quite easy to grow. So I've just done a little veg patch actually, so that's perfect. So yeah, I thought that was a bit of a bargain. I haven't opened it yet. And my phone keeps cutting me off, telling me I haven't got enough storage space. I think I'm clogged up with photos. And I bought this, which is 101 plant-based recipes, because, sorry, there are some lovely, look at that straight away, cinnamon buns, carrot cake cupcakes. Anyway, the thing that I wanted to show you in here, oh, that would look lovely too. Sorry, I'm not doing a very good job of this. Not that, not that. That looks nice. I think that looks lovely. And just simple things like that. Now, I don't know about you. I love pomegranate. It's such a faff. And I've actually bought it frozen, and it's so much easier. Yeah, that's just lovely. It's just getting fresh ideas. That's a Thai green salad. That looks nice too. Overnight oats, which I do. Yeah, so anyway, it's just so many lovely things in here. And I've been chatting to lovely Cherie. I'll let you know, Ollie and Bella, I'll let you know, Cherie, what's in there about vegan recipes. So anyway, when I get the chance to read them, it's been so blooming busy that I haven't had time to sit down and read hardly at all, but I'm hoping to when the weekend comes. So anyway, hope you are having, oh, cover up your lovely little face, Monty. Look at him. Oh, his dog. I still can't bring myself to talk about his dog. Lovely Nigel. Yeah, I love him a bit. Anyway, focus, Sherry, focus. And look at that, isn't that lovely? Jules gave me that. She does the most beautiful So Sweet Violet. She gave it to me. Was it last Christmas? Anyway, oh, I think she does the most lovely pins and, what am I looking for? Progress keepers, that's the word. I've got this out again. I'm going to have a go at this as well. I haven't done this. This is my granny stripe blanket, which I haven't done for ages and ages. But you know when you get that sort of flutter in your tummy and you think, ooh, I could do that. I found that. So yeah, that's my next thing to do. And start back on this. It's so lovely to look back at all the yarns actually and remember where they came from. I could go on forever if I start doing that, which I won't do that, but yeah, they're lovely. Anyway, so that's my next thing. That's my next plan, Stan. As I've told you before, do like a plan. Trouble is, I've got so many things planned that I don't end up doing a lot. That doesn't matter. I'm working this out. If I just do a couple of rows a day, I'm going to have like that much done in a week. So, in a month, I could have done what I've done on this already so far. So yeah, I've got to sew all these in. Yeah, 2 rows a day. That's it. That's what's happening. So this is what we have really missed doing. Coming along and seeing this little bit of the estuary. The river, oh, do you see that whip bobbing just go by? The river is just always alive, always changing, and we've really missed it. And it's so busy today. But we're all behaving ourselves and keeping a distance. The bikes are a flipping menace, to be honest with you, but I'll be on my bike next week, so it'll be a bit different then. So, and now, as Monty Python would say, now for something completely different. I don't know about you, but during the lockdown we've been watching, taking part in online, lots of pub quizzes and general knowledge quizzes. So I thought it would be fun to write a little quiz. So it's going to be 10 questions, and obviously you can pause it if you need to. So, question number 1, when was Vogue first published? Now this is actually one of my favourite magazines. I've got masses of them that I've kept. I've been reading it since I was about 18. Not so much the glossy photo shoots, it's more, there's great articles in there as well, and sometimes it's £2 a month, bargain. So when was Vogue first published? Question number 2, who wrote Les Miserables? A book that I've actually not read, to be honest. I started reading at A-level and I have seen it at the West End, which was amazing, and I love the music. I've got the album, but who wrote Les Miserables? Question number 3. Now this is from one of my favourite films, You've Got Mail, with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. And Kathleen Kelly is emailing Joe Fox, and she is saying to him about email, the odd thing about this form of communication is that you're more likely to talk about nothing than something. But I just want to say that all this nothing has meant more to me than what? Sorry about the typo. I should say more to me than what? Love that film. Question number 4. Who starred with Audrey Hepburn in the film Roman Holiday? Probably my all-time favourite actress. Definitely in my top 20, let's say, favourite films. Question number 5. In Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, how many Bennet sisters are there? How many sisters are there? Again, probably, this is in my top 10 favourite books. And question number 6, can you name the sisters? Can you name them? And what's your favourite version of this, actually? Do you love the film? Do you like the Keira Knightley film or the original, well, not the original BBC, but the BBC one with Jennifer, is it Early, her name? And, what's that guy's name who plays Mr. Darcy? In the lake, obviously Colin Firth. Question number 7. Now, this is a friends question, because you can't have a quiz without having a friends question. Why did Ross come up with the nickname Sir Limpsalot for Chandler? Why did he come up with that nickname? And that goes back to when they were quite young. Question number 8. The Bayeux Tapestry dates back to what year? So the Bayeux Tapestry, I think, is actually I think it's the oldest surviving embroidery, is it? I think, but what year does it date back to? I've actually seen it, it's amazing. Question number 9, in Downton Abbey, what is the name of the chauffeur who goes on to marry Lady Sybil? What is the name of the chauffeur? I haven't seen the Downton Abbey film yet either. And last question, question number 10, because we're going to miss going to Glastonbury, and all the festivals have been cancelled this year. So Glastonbury is one of the largest music and arts festivals in the world. How many people does it welcome each day on average? Because although you have to buy the ticket, they are, particularly on the last day, you get, I think local people can get in there. So how many people does it welcome each day? So, hope you enjoyed the quiz. Answers. So, oh, sorry, that was a bird just flew into the door there. When was Vogue first published? The answer is 1892. And it changed. It went from its original publication to be much more geared towards women and fashion, etc. Who wrote Les Mis? And the answer is, sorry, question number 2. Who wrote Les Miserables? It's Victor Hugo. Question number 3, the odd thing about this form of communication is that you're more likely to talk about nothing than something, but I just want to say that all this nothing has meant more to me than so many somethings. And if I write, go watch You've Got Mail if you haven't watched it, because here's a heads up, there are going to be some more You've Got Mail questions coming in the future. Question number 4, who starred with Audrey Hepburn in the film Roman Holiday? And the answer, Gregory Peck. And that, again, if you haven't watched that film, I highly recommend it. Question number 5, in Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, how many Bennet sisters are there? There are 5. And question number 6, can you name them? Jane, Elizabeth, Mary, Kitty and Lydia. Question number 7, why did Ross come up with the nickname Sir Limps-a-Lot for Chandler? And it's because Chandler lost half of one of his big toes and therefore limped. And again, that's a really funny episode. I think one of the things that we're going to do is go back and watch the entire Friends. I think there were, oh no, that can be another question. There were so many episodes, and we're definitely, I think, going to start watching them. They're still so funny. That's the thing, a lot of things actually are no longer funny, but Friends remains so funny. Question number 8, the Bayeux Tapestry dates back to what year? And it is 1066. So it actually depicts the Battle of Hastings, etc. Question number 9, in Downton Abbey, what is the name of the chauffeur who marries Lady Sybil? And that is Thomas Branson, or Tommy. And question number 10, Glastonbury, one of the largest music and arts festivals in the world, welcomes how many people each day? Roughly, and the answer is around 200,000. But do you know what? Having been to Glastonbury, and last year we went, or the year before, whenever it was, went to Latitude, which is a much smaller festival, but both of them kind of feel the same in terms of you don't feel at any point, obviously when you're on the main pyramid stage, yes you are there with a lot of people, but you never actually feel constricted or confined. It's that surprised me, that answer, actually 200,000 doesn't feel like that. And of course everyone's off doing all different things. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the quiz, and let me know in the comments if you enjoyed it. What sort of questions you might like, if you'd like another one. Thank you.